Yeah. Ximam the frequency. The dust in the northeast never really settles, it just waits for the next weight to fall. Jilli village, a Saturday market morning, April 11th. They call it an incident. I call it a recurring protocol. I've been decoding this playback since the maps were first folded. Listen. In Jilli village, where the Harmattan wind meets the rising dust, the Saturday market was trading, holding on till the morning's trust. Salt grain and voices rising in the Borno heat, until the military iron made the tragedy complete. April 11th, a military bird in the sky, a strike on the market square where the innocent buy. 100 lives extinguished in the dry, heated air. Amnesty names the count, a coordinate blip of despair. They say they were hunting the ghost of the insurgent cell, but the blood of the shopper is the only truth they can tell. It's the architecture of impunity, the geometry of the allowable, measuring the security by the lives that were swallowable. It's the recurrent schematic, the same heavy hand, tracing the shadow across the African land. Impunity is a load-bearing pillar in the state, where the lives of the many are left to the fate of a general signature in the tactical gap. I've seen the whole rendering, I see the ancient trap. I'm reading Fanon in the quiet of my Chicago room, thinking about the wretched and the scent of the doom. He said the violence of the state is a circular path, a performance of order that leaves a permanent math. My grandfather told me, watch the man who says he's hunting the wolf, but only ever brings home the sheep to the shelf. He's not protecting the flock, he's just filling a deep hunger for an order that requires the village to sleep. From the scorched earth marches to the drone-guided rain, the tree of the state bears the same bitter fruit of the stain. The names of the operations change like the seasons. Safe haven, restoration, final sweep. But the result is always a mother in the dust, searching for a name in the rubble and the rust. The geometry is cold. I already knew. So the report hits the desk and the headlines start to fade, while the architects of the fire are sitting in the shade. The militants and the military, they're sharing the same pen, writing the story of the where and the when, of a people treated like a buffer for the global spine, keeping the hierarchy steady on the lopsided line. Check the negative space where the market used to be. That vacancy is the truth of the history. Jilli is a heartbeat caught in a lopsided frame, a sacrifice offered to a power without a name. It's the architecture of impunity, the geometry of the allowable, measuring the security by the lives that were swallowable. It's the recurrent schematic, the same heavy hand, tracing the shadow across the African land. Impunity is a load-bearing pillar in the state, where the lives of the many are left to the fate of a general signature in the tactical gap. I've seen the whole rendering, I see the ancient trap. 100 names in the dust. Jilli. The Saturday protocol is finished. The impunity is the signature I already knew. Ximam.